Okay, here is part 2 of replacing the rod of the deck boards. I just got back from Home Depot and I bought 5 2x6 pressure treated, and I had a nice long talk with one of the guys that seemed to be very knowledgeable over there at Home Depot, and he says there's no need to put 3 screws in each 2x6. He said 2 is fine. The main thing is you want to keep the wood from coming up, and use screws, not nails, which I've always used nails in the past. So Deckmate, I was looking them up online. They're $37 for 5 pounds. I can't afford that, and I'm only doing a little at a time, so we'll just buy it this way. He seems to think that this 1 pound box will take care of these 5 pieces. Now, because of the bark ends here, your grain runs this way, so in order to get the good side over here, I got arthritis in the damn thumb joints. I can hardly move my hands. A lot of pain. In order to get the good part, you're going to have the grain going up. In other words, it'd be cupping. But he says there should be no problem with that. If you're using the 3/4 inch decking boards, yes. So you put 1 screw here, 1 screw here, and you have no problem. So that's what we're going to do. I also bought a 4-foot pressure treated 2x4, because the 2x10 that's nearest the house, which I'll show you, has a little bit of rot in various areas on the top of the joist. Even though it's pressure treated, all my 2x10s under the deck are pressure treated. So I'm just going to sister this against it, and I'll show you that when we get out there. I have to talk very soft out here because my wife is sleeping on the recliner, the couch recliner, because she doesn't get to sleep until 3 a.m. So I got this deck blocked off here, and I used to get many questions about the water bottles. The water bottles are accumulated on the deck here. Each time we have a gallon of milk, we fill it with water, but a lot of these go back years, because of the impending hurricanes that we've been getting. But we're lucky we didn't get too bad that we didn't lose power. These are needed for flushing the toilets, so that is why, because when we lose power, the park loses water also. So that's important. So let me go take you over here. Over here on this one here is cracked from various nailings. So I sistered yesterday up a piece of 2x4. It's not pressure treated. I didn't have any. Good solid piece of 2x4, so I can screw in here instead of here. Now, as you can see, this is all pressure treated 2x10s. So we'll get you over here a little bit more. Over here, this is pressure treated, but it's a little rotted, probably about a 1/2 inch in some places. So I'm going to sister that piece up into here. Now what I'm going to do today, I plan on, because the wife's got to go for an iron infusion this afternoon, so I have to take her. So I got 5 pressure treated 2x4s, 2x6s, which I'm going to put in this area here to close this in, and that's all I'm going to do today. Then I got to rip out more. Now each time I take a bad piece out, I'm finding more rot on the sides. So I have a feeling that this whole damn thing is going to have to be done. Now there's 2 bad ones here, but who knows about this? Who knows about that? I won't know until I pull them out. So you can see here, this is rotted. So we're not going to touch that because my wife has to come out here and go down the handicap ramp with a walker. So we got to get the wood laid in here. And that's what I intend to do. It's a little early now. I just got back. I don't even know what time it is. So we're going to go and bring the wood out here. The stump cover is where all the old wood's going. We're going to have to hire somebody to haul it out. I sure do miss my pickup truck. But we're going to have to hire somebody to, and we'll have to get rid of this. The stump, it's impossible. I cannot break it away. I tried again the other day. So the reason I left this in is simply because in the wintertime I won't be jamming my snowblower into the stump. It'll come up to this and then it'll just stop. But I'm going to have to get rid of all this garbage. So for now I'm just going to put the wood up on the table out there and then I'll get my work clothes on. Okay, I'll tell you, these wet ones are really heavy. Now, I had a long discussion with the fellow, and he seemed to be very knowledgeable on the wood, and he gave me some hints on the deck screws too. The deck mate was the ones he recommended, but I was doing a lot of research online about that also, and they say that the ceramic and the stainless steel and the copper something or other are the best, but the deck mate was on the top of the list. So a lot of discussion about the growth pattern. You can see the way the growth pattern is, that normally you'd want to put this side up so that the growth pattern rings are down. But it isn't too bad. It's a little rough. I could do that. However, this would probably be better side, but then you got the knots here, which you're going to have anyways. Like he was telling me, you know, really don't use these for decking. And I understand that, but when I build something, I want something strong. So anyways, we're going to use solid stain anyway, so you're not going to really notice that. And a little roughness won't hurt because you just less apt to slip. However, the end grain on some of these, most of them are going to have the grain mounted with the grain going up like this, because on this particular one, this is the best side. Oh, my thumb joint. Ow. Oh, it hurts so bad. You see how bad that is? You know, bark ends. He says they're not bark ends. I say they are. It's just the way the pressure-treated process goes. Well, I don't know about that, but you can see that the grain is going down. The rings are going down, so normally that's the way you'd mount it. But no, I'm mounting it this way. I've done this before on Douglas fir. Sometimes when you get wood delivered, as a matter of fact, all the time you get wood delivered, you got to order 5 or 6 pieces extra because they don't hand pick them. They just grab them out of the pile, and there could be a lot of ones that don't look too good. He was saying most of these are just used for construction, like for studding and stuff like that, you know, and heavy-duty work, but not for decking. But whatever. Anyways, enough chatter here. Well, Tommy's not here, so I'm going to have to video whenever I can. I can't do both. I have to sister up over there some 2x4s because it was all rotted out on the other side. I have no choice. It's not pressure treated, but I can't keep buying things. I can't do it. So this here is a pressure treated that I just got today. I want to put it up and sister it up into here and over here before I lay the planks in. So I'll do that. Alright, I'll try to get you in this angle here. I'm having a hard time hitting the nail square on the head because I can't see what I'm doing anymore. But I can't use the decking screws because I don't have enough of them. I got to put a cleat on, a 2x4 cleat, because the top inch of that 2x10, believe it or not, is rotted out. I'm not buying another one. I got to take the whole damn deck apart to do that. So we're going to sister up a 2x4, and then we'll use that to screw in the 2x6. Well, it's not easy for me to get up and down anymore. Anyways, there's a lot more rot on that 2x8 than I figured, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'll be dead by the time this whole thing rots out anyway, so I don't want to use this whole 8-foot, this 4-foot piece to go up underneath. I'm going to have to probably go all the way up underneath here, and I can't crawl up underneath there to nail it. Besides, there's not enough light under there, and I don't see the nail head as it is, and I'm missing it most of the time. They recommend pre-drilling, and you better believe I'm going to pre-drill on the, like on the deck boards. Same way with the 2x4. In order to close this in, if you notice, I cut more out back there because it's not going to interfere with anybody walking on this. They're going to walk here, and then they're going to walk down there. But that whole thing, as I keep coming out towards the other end, everything under the air conditioner seems to be rotted too. So it looks to me like the whole damn deck is going to have to be done. It probably won't get done this year. Because when I close this in, I'm just going to close it in. And I'll probably get a few more boards and throw it in there and call it good. I cut a notch out of here and a notch out of there, and the reason for that is so I can pry this board up. I don't want to take it out now because you have to walk through there. So I can put my big yellow crowbar in there when the pressure treated is in there, the new decking, and just pry against that and lift that thing up on out of there. So that's what those two notches are for there. So I got to find a little piece of pressure treated or some kind of wood and stick it in here so that I can at least fasten it part way. I don't really want to take too much out because it's dangerous coming out the door. You could step off the end and fall down. So I'll have to figure out. I need to cut. I really like to take those two boards out where the X is and the one next to it that's rotted anyways. Take those out, but not over here, kind of like in the middle, so that I can get in there and work a little bit. Now I have 2.5-inch decking screws, which I'll show you, which are right here. Now these are a deck mate also, but in fine print it says something about clear pine. So anyways, they're only 2.5 inches long. So when I try to put the 2x4 into the joist, I only have about 1 inch to go. Now the other deck mate, these I got at a yard sale for about $1, I guess. This is the way it was, about half full. Now that wood is unfortunately so rotted that even the 3-inch number 12 nails, which is what I used for my decking, always use galvanized 3-inch. Well, I don't have anything bigger. I thought I did. Thought I had numbers 14s and numbers 16s. I don't have them. I'm not buying them. So I was told to use the decking nail screws, so I'm going to use that. But I got a small 1-pound box of 3-inch deckmate screws, and I'm not going to have enough if I use them for this. So I'm just going to nail and screw using these and hope it holds. Well, I had to Mickey Mouse it. It's the best I can do. It'll outlast me. So I didn't have a pressure treated wood. That 2x10, that is not pressure treated. I paid for pressure treated. These here are all pressure treated. But the one near the house, which I had delivered, the 12 footers, so I had them delivered because I couldn't carry them in my truck, supposed to be pressure treated, but that one isn't. It's pretty badly rotted and it offers no support. So I can't even. I nail a number 12 nails. That's 3-inch nails. I don't have anything bigger than that, and I'm not going to the store, wasting time. I gotta go out this afternoon, so I got no time. I'm just gonna lay the boards down, and the more I take off, the more I'm finding rotted out. So I'm gonna bring a 2x6 pressure treated over. We'll start pre-drilling and use the deck torques or whatever you call them, deck mate screws that I bought today, the 1-pound box, because that was almost $12 as it is, and that'll be enough to get these 5 in here. So let me get going. Okay, these went below the surface quite well, as a matter of fact. A little too much. Let's see how far these went down. Yeah, on that length of the bit. But over here, they didn't. So I don't know, and I didn't miss it. So what I'm going to do is take these out, and I'll get some big galvanize and bang them in. Now, the galvanize I have over here is number 12. So I gotta be 14 or 16. And bang them down. For years I've used nails, never had any problem, never. But anyways, we'll do what we can here, because we're running out of time. You probably had noticed I had to take them out. There's several of them that just spin out. Because obviously it's not holding in the so-called pressure-treated 2x10. And they're 3-inch screws that I bought. So I'm going to have to put galvanized number 16 nails in there. I've got galvanized 12, but they're only 3-inch. I gotta get 4-inch nails. Got to go to the hardware store. I'm going to do that after I get the rest of this wooden. And I'm going to nail up all the ones that the screws aren't holding, because they need to be longer to go deeper into the 2x10. Most of the 2x10 joists are okay, but there are spots there that obviously are not very good. And of course, the guy told me you only need the nail on the ends, the two nails. What the hell is going on out here? You only need 2. See, they're not going in all the way. So rather than waste them, we'll just take them out and we'll put some 4-inch nails in there with number 16 or whatever they are. I think they're 16. So I got to get a pound of those. If the joist was good, then number 12s would be fine. And these screws here are 3-inch. These are the Deckmate 3-inch, and it comes with 1 bit, which I'm going to have to pick up another one, because the one that they give you is very, very, very short. So I'm going to get the rest of these in. And then I'll head to the hardware store. Okay, down here I got these areas marked here where the 3-inch decking screw just spins around in there because there's bad areas in the joist. So I went and got number 16 and number 20. The number 20 is a 4-inch nail, so we'll have to pre-drill that hole a little more. Most of these pieces took the screws just fine. This didn't. This did. So it depends on where on the joist I go. So I only bought 5 boards today. That's my intention. And I don't know if a 2x6 is going to fit in here, but I'm going to button them right up. Being that they are still wet a little bit, I figured we won't put the nail between them to space them out. We'll just butt them up, because when they dry, they're going to have a space anyways. And here, we have a little more space than we want, because I had to wedge that up in there. Okay.